Hi everybody, my name is Joanne Civil. I am the Executive Director of the Queens Book Festival.
Hi, I'm Cherise Francis. I'm the Literary Director of the Queens Book Festival. I'm the main point of contact for all the authors, and I also curate the stages, the panels, and the tents for the festival.
I'm Allison Fabian. I am a Queens native, and I am the Logistics and Operations Manager for the Queens Book Festival.
My name is Jack Rapley. I'm Senior Editor for No. 3 Magazine, a New York-based arts, architecture, design, fashion, and travel magazine.
I'm John Desrow, and I'm the Community Business Development Manager for Barnes & Noble in Forest Hills.
My name is Wendy Angulo, and I'm the founder of Wendy Angulo Productions, an organization that promotes poetry and visual arts in the Borough of Queens.
I am Michael Perlman, and I wrote the book Legendary Locals of Forest Hills and Rego Park.
I love books because honestly, books are my everything. As an immigrant coming to the United States, books were the way that I went through the process of connecting with my fellow students, with my neighbors next door. Books opened my mind and made me realize that there's a sphere outside of my little world.
I love books because they'll take you places and you'll meet people that you'll never meet in real life.
I love books because I'm a wordsmith and I appreciate the written word and the artistry and information that written words bring, and books do that tremendously better than anything else.
I love books because they feed my imagination, which also inspires my creativity.
Books are very much interactive. I love smelling the print, and I also feel that keeping bookstores open is highly significant.
Well, as a writer, books are important to me. To be a good writer, you need to be a good reader. And I feel that books are door openers for knowledge, for imagination, and for us to explore outside of ourselves and into other worlds.
Oh, man, I love books because with books you can learn something about yourself or learn something about someone you couldn't even imagine, or learn something that's totally imagined and escape to that imagined place.
QBF, which is the Queens Book Festival, is a brand new literary organization that sprung in 2014 in Queens. Now, what we're trying to do in the community is create an epicenter for the Queens literary community. What that means is we're trying to create a space for everyone, whether it's a writer, a poet, a literary organization in Queens. We want for everyone to have a home. Our purpose, though, is to support literacy in our borough. And in order for us to do our part as a community, we're putting together an event that will basically be the springboard into literacy for the children of the community.
Queens Book Festival is not only an organization, but it's a movement to spread a passion for literacy throughout Queens.
There's going to be writers, there's going to be art, there's going to be food. It's just going to be amazing.
What we want to do is create a space where everyone in the community has an opportunity to not only produce, but get exposure for our local writers, get exposure for our local poets, and bring forward any form of issues that we can all put our heads together to resolve. And right now, that issue in our community is the literacy crisis. Right now, only actually 70% of the children in New York City wide, which is the third graders, they can't read on grade level. And 76% of the poor in our community cannot read on grade level. So what we need to do is bring our resources together and create a space where the children in the community can have that extra support, where they can go to get books, where they can go to attend events that will basically open up their minds and their imagination into what they can get out of being able to read. Literacy is not only the capability to read and write, literacy is a state of mind.
The Queens Book Festival is not only an organization, but it's a movement to spread a passion for literacy throughout Queens.
Well, unfortunately, Barnes & Noble will be closing 2 of our stores in the borough of Queens December 31st. And this is an opportunity to show the interest in literacy that is going to be sorely missed by the constituency here, as they've told me many, many times. It's just a shame that literature and books in general are not treated as many of the other art forms.
borough-wide book festival because it brings together two of my favorite things, books and Queens. And I think if we can draw everybody together in a common place to talk about books, that's a major boon for anything.
I think the festival's going to be major for literacy in the borough. Seeing that books are exciting, and most of all seeing that books are accessible, that books are not written by, far away magical people, but real human people who have ideas that want to talk to you, is definitely going to foster encouragement for reading. Encouragement for reading leads to reading, and reading leads to literacy.
Well, I'm excited for the festival because I've been in contact with many authors and have researched so much for this festival that I really want to share all that I've learned about Queens and the literary world with all of you.
Because I'm excited about books and I'm excited about Queens. And when you bring, as I said before, when you bring Queens and books together, that's very exciting to me.
I'm excited because it's an opportunity to show local politicians, business people, the need and the void that's going to be in this borough with the absence of Barnes & Noble.
I'm excited for the festival because not only am I a nerd, I love books. I love to see writers. I love to see children excited about books. There's nothing more exciting than a kid bringing up a book to you so you could read it to them.
I'm most excited, I think, for the children's stage. I think it's going to be super fun and exciting. I want to see all the stages. I think they're going to be great. It's super interesting.
Since Queens has not had any large-scale festival, to my knowledge, dedicated to books. So what better way of bringing together communities with authors.
I'm excited about the festival because number one, I'm a book lover, I'm an arts advocate, and I'm a Queens resident, so it will be a great opportunity to for Queens to show what we have.
Well, we want the Queens Book Festival to be a place that is a nexus for all the literary communities in Queens. We want the writers to have a place that allows them more exposure and a place to network and meet their fans and also future fans.
Well, if it's anywhere near the impact that I experienced at the Maker Faire at the Hall of Science recently, it could be outstanding, and it should be. It's in the same line as education and should be supported, and I think that as festivals tend to generate interest from outside communities as well as the residents, it's win-win for everybody, the local restaurants, of course the authors themselves, and the experience that the kids will get.
Everyone should attend the festival. Book lovers, student teachers, children, their families.
Donating to the Indiegogo campaign is one of the first steps that you can take in helping us with the literacy crisis in New York and also helping us enrich our borough.
You always need money to get it off the ground. You got to get it started. And that's where your support is critical. If you're watching this, you can dig a little deeper, help a good cause, help literacy amongst young people, and just contribute to the continuing cultural growth of the borough of Queens.
You can get more involved by volunteering. We have a volunteer page up on our website, and we're looking for tons of great volunteers to do a myriad of jobs.